TOPS Professional Owner Maintain Overview. This course will discuss the Maintain Owner screen within TOPS. We will go over all of the different ways of looking up an owner within a community, as well as all of the different pieces of information that is stored and accessed from this one screen. To access the TOPS Maintain Owner screen, first click on Owner, then Maintain. There are many ways to look up an owner within TOPS. The first method is using these arrows to scroll through the owners to find the one you're looking for. The next method allows you to look up the owner by their account number. Just click on the drop-down arrow next to the account number field, select the account number that you are looking for, and click OK. Now you can see we're looking at the information for account 1000104. Similar to the account number lookup, you can also look up an owner by their lot or unit number. To do so, just click on the drop-down arrow next to the lot unit field, select the unit that you are looking for, and click OK. Now the information for Unit 202 is displayed. If you already know the account number or lot unit that you are searching for, then you can also just enter that information into the appropriate field and press the Tab key. This will bring up that owner's information for you without having to search the records. The next method of lookup we have is the street address lookup. To begin, just click on the street address button. From this window, you can either scroll through the address records to find the one you're looking for, or you can type the address in. Just select the street from the left if there is more than one, enter in the street number of the address, and the unit number if there are multiple units with the same street address. Then click OK. And now we are viewing the information for 1100 Bishop Road, Unit 107. The final method to look up an owner is by the owner's last name. To begin, we'll click on Name Search. In this window, we'll type in the last name of the owner we're searching for and click Search. The search will then give us a listing of all of the owners within the community that match our search term, along with their corresponding account number. I should note here that the reason we're getting the account number and not the street address or lot unit number is because I have the account number set as the primary lookup key for this owner. If that lookup key were set to either street address or lot unit, then that information would be displayed here in place of the account number information. Now we'll just click on the correct owner that we're searching for and click OK. And you can see that the information for Peter Smith is now displayed. Now that we've gone over all of the methods of looking up an owner, let's take a look at the information that is stored about the owners on this screen. To do so, we'll need to select an owner first. Once you select an owner, all of the information for that owner displays on the screen. This includes all of our lookup information. We have this owner's account number, lot unit, property address, and name. Now let's take a look at all of the information for this individual that we have displayed on the Maintain Owner screen. Our first area is called Select Owner. Here you will find the owner's name and the sort name, which is what is used for the owner searches. Typically, the sort name is the owner's last name. There are also corresponding fields for a second owner's information. Generally, you'll want to use the second owner if that person has a different last name from the first owner. If these owners had the same last name, then we would have Pete and Tina Parsons in the owner field, and the second owner field would be blank. Next to the owner's name, there is a paperclip button. This button will open the Owner Attachments window. If you are using the old form letter program, then copies of letters generated with this owner's information merged in will automatically save here. You can also attach any other type of document here that pertains to this owner in order to assist in maintaining a paperless office. Our next area is for the alternate mailing address. This is where you would store the address for the owner if they would like their mail to be sent somewhere other than the property address of the home that is owned within the community. To select the alternate mailing address for mailings, just make sure the Use Alt box is checked. When the Use Alt box is unchecked, then mail will go to the property address. Clicking the Foreign Address box will expand the city field into a longer address 3 field and gray out the state and zip fields. This is to allow for a single field for entry of city, country, and other foreign address information. The second alternate address box will allow you to enter another alternate address for this home. With the second alternate address, mail can be sent to the primary mailing address, whether it's the property address or the alternate mailing address, and to the second alternate address. The checkboxes in the Send area allow you to pick and choose what types of mailings you would also like to be sent to the second alternate address. Our next area is used if there are multiple individuals associated with a particular unit. Clicking the Select button allows you to view all of the individuals who are associated with this unit, along with the type or category of that individual. As you can see, we have the owner, a previous owner, and a renter. There is also a developer category, although we do not have a developer associated with this particular unit. We can choose any of these individuals to see all of the information associated with that person. Let's take a look at our renter. To do so, we'll click on the renter's name and then click OK. You can see that all of the information on our Maintain Owner screen is now displaying the information for our renter. The record type is now showing as renter. The owner name fields now are called renter, and our renter's name is displayed. There's no longer an alternate mailing address filled in because the renter is living at the property, and we also have lease start and end dates. Now let's switch back to our owner record and finish looking at the rest of their information. Our next area is called Status. Here you will see what the owner's current AR balance is along with their current collection status. You can also choose to hold their collection action here so they don't continue further in the collection process. Typically, you would do this if they are with the attorney for collection or if they've made payment arrangements with the association. If there are any notes on this account, then we also have an indicator that they exist. We can also see what the settled date or the date this owner purchased the home is, and if this were a previous owner, then the move-out date would reflect the date that they sold the home. There's also a checkbox indicating that this is a rental unit, and if the association were holding a security deposit against damage to the common areas, then that would be reflected here as well. Our next area is Contact Info. Here you will find the phone numbers for this owner. There are 3 phone number fields: home, work, and alternate, along with a field for fax number. You can mark any of the phone numbers as unlisted by checking the Unlisted box. This is used when printing the owner telephone directory report, and if this association has a TOPS community website, then a number marked as unlisted will be omitted from the online address book. Checking the Disable Web Interface box will completely omit this owner from the website address book. We have 3 buttons with email information. The first button, Maintain, allows you to enter the email addresses for this owner. You can enter as many email addresses as you'd like for each owner. One email address must always be marked as the primary email, and if this association has a TOPS community website, then that primary email must be the one that's checked to sync to the website. You can also opt this owner in to receive general mailings, letters and notices, and bills and statements via email using TOPS iMail rather than printing and mailing these communications out. Clicking the Mass Subscriptions button allows you to enter in email addresses and change the opt-in settings for all of the owners within this community from this one screen. The Email View button will display the history of communications sent to this owner. This includes emails, mailing labels, and letters printed using the new form letter program. And finally, the Email Send button will open up a blank Tops iMail email message with the email addresses that were checked to receive general notices for this owner pre-populated in the recipient's area. Now that we've gone over the different informational areas of the Maintain Owner screen, let's take a look at each of the buttons at the top of the window. The first button, Add, actually performs two different functions. If we have no owner selected, and we click the Add button, then we are able to add a new home to this community. If we select an owner, and then click the Add button, it will bring up the Select Owner screen, which displays all of the individuals associated with this home. Click the Add button here, and you can add another individual, such as a renter, to this home. But we're not going to do that at this time. Our next button, Property, displays our Maintain Property window. From here, you can view and change the information about this owner's unit within the community. The section at the top includes the account number, lot unit, street address, street name, and the unit ID in an editable format. There is also a field labeled Building, which can be renamed to either section or phase and is used to indicate which building, section, or phase this owner's home is in. We also have a paperclip button here. Clicking this button will open the Property Attachments window. Here you can attach any documents that pertain to this home or unit rather than those which are specific to the owner. The second section of this window allows you to enter additional information about this property. The first two fields can be named to anything you like through Owner Control Info, and then used to track any information about each home that you need. The Group Owner fields are used if the owner of this home also owns other homes within the community. Square footage, assessed value, and ratio can all be used to calculate recurring charges for this unit, and you can also enter a GL cost center for this unit if necessary. Our next button, History, will bring up this owner's complete AR history showing all charges and payments applied to their account. Clicking the Balance button will give you a summary of the owner's outstanding balance by fee type. The Select Charges button allows you to pick and choose which charges to display on the owner's history. This is useful if you're looking for a history of all late fees, fines, or other specific charges. From this window, you can also email or print this owner's accounting history. Our next button, Charges, allows you to set and view the recurring charges for this owner. This is a great place to go to find out how much an owner's fees are. Rather than searching through their history, you can just come here and see the dollar amount of each recurring charge that is applied to this owner. Clicking the Letters button will bring up the listing of all of the form letters within this community. From here, you can choose a letter and then click Open Letter to view the template. Because we opened this letter template from the owner record, we can easily generate this letter for that owner right from here. To do so, we'll just click on Generate Letters. That will give us that same template, but with this owner's information merged in. It's a very easy way to create letters on the fly. Next up is our Notes button. Clicking the Notes button will allow you to access the notes associated with this owner, and it is also where you would enter new notes of conversations held with this owner. To add a new note, just click the Add button and start typing. Click OK to save your note. You can also use the scroll arrows to scroll through the notes on this account. Flex Data is a great feature of the TOPS program. With Flex Data, you can create an unlimited number of fields which allow you to track any additional information that you would like to for each owner and home. With Flex Data, you can create tabs to keep all of your fields organized. And you can create different types of fields, such as text fields, date fields, pick lists, and more. Going over all of the features of Flex Data is a course all itself, so for the purposes of this course, we need to move on. Next, we have the Flags button. Flags allows you to view and change accounting and mailing control flags for this owner. This includes flags to prevent delinquency notices from going out to this owner and holding payments, so if this owner is with the attorney, then checks aren't processed and notices aren't sent. If you want all communications to go to the second alternate address, then you can deselect bills and statements, mailing labels, and special forms. This is also where you would enter an owner's bank account information if they have their fees automatically debited. This same Flags window is also accessible from the AR Owner Balances screen. Our next button is Owner Resale. When a home changes ownership, you would use the Owner Resale function to make that change in TOPS. It takes the current owner and changes them to a previous owner and then allows you to enter in the new owner's information. As part of the resale process, you decide what to do with the accounting history that presently exists on the unit. We have an entire recorded class dedicated to the owner resale process. Please watch that course for detailed information on this topic. The CC&R button allows you to view all CC&R records or enter new CC&R records for this particular home. CC&R records are typically violations against the association's covenants or their requests from the owner to make an architectural change to their unit. The Work Order button allows you to view all work order records or enter new work order records for this home. And finally, our Print button allows you to print all of this owner's general information on our report. This completes our TOPS Professional Owner Maintain Overview course. Thank you.